And we're live. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to Real Spill Wednesdays on the Truth Comes to Life podcast. I'm your host, Jay Colvin, and welcome to Real Spill Wednesdays. For those of y'all that are new, on Real Spill Wednesdays, we talk about life topics and motivational quotes. Please be sure to check out my previous Real Spill Wednesdays on the channel. And also, please be sure to tune into the full podcast episodes on the channel where we talk about news from all over the world, the music industry, and more. So if you're interested, please be sure to tune in. Also, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications so you get the latest updates on our post, a full podcast episode, or a full Real Spill Wednesday. All of those videos will be coming out real soon. A podcast episode will be coming out real soon. So please be sure to tune in. Also, follow me on IG, TikTok, and X at the Truth Comes to Life podcast, because who knows, whatever I post on one of those social media platforms is like a foreshadow on what my next Real Spill Wednesday will be about, or my next podcast episode will be about. And what I'm starting to do now, I'm starting to ask for Real Spill Wednesday topic suggestions and also podcast topic suggestions, and I may post them on my IG, I may post them on my TikTok, or I may post them on my X, may post like a questions tag, and y'all end up answering the question on what should I end up talking about. But if you don't follow any one of the social media platforms, you will be missing out on those things. And I want y'all to feel as though y'all can engage with me, because I don't know how all of these other podcasters are, but I want y'all to feel as though y'all can talk to me and I can talk to you. And even if it doesn't reach the podcast channel, we can still talk about it on social media. And I want y'all to engage with me. So please follow me on IG, TikTok, and X. Keep on showing support. We're almost at 100 subscribers, y'all. Almost at 100 subscribers. I really thank each and every one of y'all for tuning in to Real Spill Wednesdays or the podcast, the full podcast episodes. I really thank each and every one of y'all from the bottom of my heart. Y'all keep on liking, commenting, subscribing, showing support to the podcast channel. I will come back every single chance that I get, so that way I provide y'all with more content. I really thank each and every one of y'all. I'm almost at 100 subscribers, or 7 subscribers away. I'm at 93 subscribers as I'm recording this video. 93 subscribers, almost at 100. Like, that is really crazy. Trust the process. Upgrades are coming real soon. The Truth Comes to Life podcast will be upgrading. Just gotta trust the process. But y'all already making me smile right now. 93 subscribers. I've been doing this for 6 months, and I've constantly seen improvement on the podcast channel. Y'all just keep on supporting me. So thank you. And we will be making some upgrades, and we will be making it to the top. Trust me. So with that in mind, let's get straight into this Real Spill Wednesday. So I had a thought. I just randomly had a thought, and I really just wanted to share this story, and I really just want to give y'all just a lesson over this whole entire story and the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. So back when I was in high school, because I just graduated, for those of y'all that do not know, and I'm a freshman at Prairie View A&M University, PV, you know. So a couple months back when I did graduate, I remember hearing people, and they would tell me that I only do this because the ringleader in my group would do it and everybody else would follow the ringleader, and we would just act like the ringleader of our group. And that always bothered me. And there was also a time where I decided to make clothes. I wanted to make clothes. Before this whole podcast stuff ended up starting up, and I, started this whole podcast journey, I actually wanted to make clothes. Me and my homeboy came up with the idea one day, and we were like, hey, we're gonna end up making clothes. So as we were, coming up with the ideas, we end up, starting to make the clothes, make the designs for all the clothes. And then all of a sudden, and this is just a reminder, I'm still cool with him. It ain't no hard feelings or none of that. I'm still cool with him till this day. I'm still cool with him. But there was this one day where he decided to, start making the designs of the clothes just, by himself, and I wasn't there. And all I would be doing was just coming up with the ideas. He'll come up with ideas too, but he would be the one that'll make the designs. He'll be the one to come up with some extra ideas and put it on the clothes. I didn't know how to make clothes. I didn't know how to design. I didn't know how to do any one of those things. So he was the one that was really putting in the work on the computer and making the designs, making the letters, making all of that. I'm not going to tell y'all what the name of the clothing brand that we were coming up with, but he was the one that was putting the name. He was making the fonts. He was making everything look good. So we ended up not being able to do it. We just decided to, mutually just not do it. We just ended up just not doing it. And what I want to tell y'all, I want y'all to never be in that position where you feel as though you have to rely on people. Never be in that position where you feel as though you can only do something because someone else is doing it. That's one of the worst feelings ever. Always be self-made. Always have that thought and always know that you can do something independently. Never have that feeling of you only do something because someone else does it, and all y'all do is just follow the person that ended up doing it. Or you only make clothes because someone else knows how to make clothes, and you just follow that person. Like I just told you, me and my homeboy, we made the clothes, but he was the one that was actually designing the clothes. So if he's the one that's actually designing the clothes, and all I'm doing is just coming up with the ideas, and he's coming up with ideas, but he's the one that's really putting pad to pencil to pad, whatever you want to call it, and we come out with the final product, who's really going to get the credit for it? Yes, it's both ours. We're still a part of the clothing name, the clothing title, but I felt as though personally that I wouldn't get the credit that I really deserve because I'm not the one that's designing it. It just felt as though I'm just coming up with the idea, he coming up with the idea, but he's really the one putting in the long hours, putting the pen, the pad, and I'm just sitting there doing nothing. So it really felt to me that without him, this clothing brand, it wouldn't start. I felt as though I had to rely on somebody to really do what I want to do. And I never want to be in that position. I don't ever want to hear a person say that I only do something because that person does something, or he's the leader of the group and all of y'all just follow the leader of the group. Like, nah, that just isn't me. I'm a self-made individual, and I'll forever be a self-made individual. I know that I can take care of myself. I know that I don't need another person in order for me to make it to the next day or for me to do certain actions. I'm never a follow the leader type person. And that's how y'all gotta be. Never be that type of person where you feel as though you have to rely on somebody or you only do something because someone in the friend group does it. Never feel like that. Never feel like that. Always know that you can do something on your own. Whether that's make money on your own or do just something. Being self-made is a key thing that you need to have in your life. Knowing that you can do something on your own is actually a turn on for other people. Knowing that you can make your own bread, knowing that you can do stuff on your own, you have your own goals and you go out to achieve your goals, that's something that you have to have. You don't have to rely on nobody in order for you to be successful. That is something that you need to have. That's something that's very attractive in a man or a woman. Isn't that attractive for a woman if you know that they're on their boss stuff, they on their boss lady shit, and they can go out and get their bread. They understand the grind. They understand the hustle. They understand that they have to put in them long nights, them long hours in order to make money, but they self-made. Versus they have to rely on a dude in order for them to make money, or in order for them to make it to that next step. That's a turn on. Knowing that they can get their own bread. That's what I want on my team. That's what I want. Not even a team. That's just who I want, period. I want somebody that I know can do stuff for their own. They self-made. They don't got to rely on me. They don't got to rely on nobody in order for them to make their money. That's who y'all should want. Never feel as though you need to rely on somebody to do what you want to do. With this podcast stuff, with my YouTube channels, my vlog channel, my podcast, all of my social media platforms, I started this. This is my channel. Yes, what I'm saying is you can still take advice from other people. Always take advice from other people. Never be too big to take advice from another person. Whether that's someone that's on top of you, ahead of you by miles, or somebody that's just starting. Always take advice. Don't ever just feel as though you made it to a certain position and now you just too big a pride to take advice from anybody. You never want to feel like that. But also, don't ever feel as though you need to rely on that person, on that advice, or somebody else in order for you to make it to that next step. Always be that self-made individual. Always remember that you can make it on your own. You don't need to have anybody. You can start from the bottom and make your way to the top little by little, day by day. Because that's how life is. You gotta be self-made. You gotta be the one that goes out and get it. Because no one gonna tell you that. Nobody gonna tell you to go out and get it. Nobody gonna tell you to wake up and go make some money. That's a you thing. That is 100% on you. Whether you want to wake up and make that money so that way you can make it to the next day, or sit your ass down and lay and sleep all day, that is 100% on you. But what are you going to do to make it? You can't rely on nobody else in your bed because ain't no one going to be in your bed to tell you that. You can't rely on your mom. You can't rely on your dad. You can't rely on none of them because at the end of the day, at some point in time, they going to be gone. They going to give you all the lessons. They going to give you everything that you need to know. But once that day is there and it's just you got to fend for yourself. You got to rely on yourself. And you got to be that self-made individual. You can't rely on nobody else to make you make it to the next day. I started this and I don't have nothing to rely on. The only person that I rely on my podcast is myself. I hold myself accountable. I hold myself accountable for not making videos for y'all. I hold myself accountable for not making the notes that I need to record. Hold myself accountable for not vlogging, not editing, not getting equipment, not getting posters. All of this is holding myself accountable. I'm not holding nobody else accountable for anything. Everything in life, you got to hold yourself accountable to it. You can't do too much blaming. You can't blame this person, this person, this person. You'll just be in that same circle if you just continue to blame versus holding yourself accountable to certain things, certain situations, all situations, should I say. You got to hold yourself accountable. You just do. Never feel as though you need to rely on somebody for you to make it where you want to make it. Don't ever even put yourselves in those positions. If y'all don't have friends, it's cool. To the ones that don't have friends and they feel as though that they're lonely, don't even worry about it. It's cool, because at the end of the day, you don't ever want to be in that position to where you feel as though you have to rely on those friends in order for you to make it. When you can be that self-made individual, because you have to be self-made every single day in order for you to make it to the next day. All of those decisions that you make, you have to make them. No one else is in life. No one is going to make those decisions for you. You have to be the one. You have to be the one to go out and get it. You got to be the one to make those decisions. That friend isn't going to be there, so what are you going to do? The only things that you can do is make the best decisions for you. And that's what it's about. So with that, that is the end of this podcast episode. If you made it to the end of it, please sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications to get the latest updates on. I post a full Real Spill Wednesday or a full podcast episode. Follow me on IG, TikTok, and X at The Truth Comes to Life Podcast. And with that in mind, I love each and every one of y'all, and y'all have a nice rest of y'all day.